Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide. It's your guy Big Wig when I'm back with this boxing talk. What's good with your fam? Hey, listen, man. We got a matchup, super middleweight matchup. It's a title fight, man. Going down on Saturday at Madison Square Garden. Will be broadcast on the Zone, featuring the one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, Canelo Alvarez, who is the unified middleweight champion. He is going up in weight to challenge a guy by the name of Rocky Fielding. Rocky Fielding is the WBA regular champion, man. A lot of people are giving Canelo a little flack, saying that he's cherry-picking, saying that he is choosing weaker competition, man. Me, myself, I don't see it that way, man. I look at it like this. Canelo Alvarez has just fought Gennady Golovkin back-to-back, and with the last fight was a war. You know what I'm saying? He dished out a lot of punishment, but he also received a whole lot of punishment during that fight, man. And him facing a guy like Rocky Fielding, you know, who is barely known in the United States, man. You know what I mean? That's the reason why a lot of people believe that Canelo Alvarez just going to blow through Rocky Fielding, man. But you got to understand, man, you hear all these fighters, all these boxing insiders, they always say there's weight classes for a reason. Now all of a sudden, when Canelo Alvarez does it, it don't matter. Now all of a sudden, that 8 pounds don't mean nothing. We already know Canelo Alvarez is a small middleweight. He's small for 160. Canelo Alvarez's natural weight is around 154 pounds, man. He can make the 160, man. I think he's comfortable there, but he's not a big 160-pound guy. And by him going up 8 pounds in weight, man, you know what I'm saying? That's a challenge in itself. You know what I mean? Canelo Alvarez is what, 5'7"? You know, this guy, Rocky Fielding, is 6'1". So he's going to have a hell of a reach advantage over Canelo Alvarez, man. Rocky Fielding, he's 27-1 with 15 KOs. That one knockout loss was against Callum Smith back in 2015. But that was 6 fights ago, man. Fielding has come back and won 6 straight fights, man, including his last fight where he was the underdog, man. He was brought in as a guy who, you know what I mean, they thought was going to lose the fight. You know, he went up against, what's the guy's name? Trevor Zog, something like that, who held the WBA regular title at super middleweight, man. And Rocky Fielding was the underdog. Rocky Fielding went over there and got the knockout victory and shocked everyone who was watching that fight, everyone who counted him out. You know, understand what I'm saying? And it's sort of like what they're doing right now. They're counting Rocky Fielding out, man. And in every interview, he's saying that he's going to shock the world. He's saying that he's up for the challenge against Canelo Alvarez, man. And Canelo Alvarez, you know, he's not taking this guy lightly. He knows what he's faced up against, you know what I'm saying, and going up against a bigger guy in Rocky Fielding. Now, I do think Canelo Alvarez will win this fight. You know what I'm saying? He has much more experience. Canelo Alvarez has, what, 50 fights? Something like that. He has 53 fights total. You know, 50 wins, 1 loss. That lone loss was a couple years ago when he was a little younger against Floyd Mayweather. And he has 2 draws, man. And he has 34 wins by the way of knockout. So Canelo Alvarez has more experience than Rocky Fielding. You know, he almost has double the fights. You know, we know he started his pro career, I believe it was 15 years old, man. Canelo Alvarez is the truth. I will never doubt Canelo Alvarez again. There was times when I would question Canelo Alvarez's heart. I would question his stamina. I would question his desire and will to win. But his last fight with Gennady Golovkin, he has proved to me and has proved to millions around the world that he is the real deal. And when it's time to show up in that ring and put on a show and go mano a mano with another man, he is willing to do that, man. He took the fight to Gennady Golovkin, man, and you know, he was on a real high. You know, everybody was talking about his performance. Everybody admired his performance against Triple G, because nobody expected Canelo Alvarez to come out and fight that way and put on that type of performance. Now, going up against this guy, Rocky Fielding, man, like I said, I would not take Rocky Fielding lightly. You know, he has a height advantage over him. He has a reach advantage over him. And, you know, when you have that type of an advantage, a guy who knows how to use his jab and work and use the distance between the fighter, you know what I'm saying, that could be a very big tool and weapon. Now, the question is, will Rocky Fielding be able to utilize his reach, utilize his height in this matchup, man? Ultimately, I think Canelo Alvarez wins this fight, and I think he wins it via knockout. But I would not be surprised if early on Rocky Fielding does give Canelo some problems. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if it does take Canelo Alvarez a little time to adjust to the size, just the pure size difference of Rocky Fielding. You know what I'm saying? But this is a big fight, man. It will be shown on the Zone. I'm looking forward to this fight. Also on the card was David Lemieux, but I've heard that he's pulled out. He got some type of flu or something like that, man. But, you know, Canelo Fielding, I'm looking forward to this fight. I'm looking forward to seeing how Canelo Alvarez deals with a bigger guy, a much bigger guy in Rocky Fielding. If he goes out here and blasts through Rocky Fielding in devastating fashion, man, I think that's a statement. I think that's a statement and to the world of boxing, man. And that's also another feather in his cap to go up to capture the WBA super middleweight regular title. I know a lot of boxing insiders and a lot of boxers, they don't hold the regular title, you know, at the same level as they hold the super title, but it's a world title. It's a world title nonetheless, man, and you got to look at it like that. It's a world title fight, and I'm looking forward to it, man. But that's all I got for now. It's your boy Big Will, and you have been watching Big Faces Worldwide. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. And if you're not yet a subscriber to the channel, don't leave out of here without hitting that subscribe button. Also, hit the bell icon so you can be notified when I'm dropping more videos. You can also catch me on Instagram and Twitter, both at Big Faces Worldwide, all one word. And if you have some comments or some questions, and you want to contact me via email, you can reach me at bigfacesworldwide@gmail.com. I'll holler back.